What's good, everyone? My name is Pfozjéra, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to change your life. So the first thing that you want to do when you're actively trying to change your life is become the observer in your life. What does that look like? This is mostly about paying attention to patterns that are happening in your life. So for example, pay attention to the interactions that you have with other people. Obviously, be present in the conversation, but when you walk away, how does this person communicate with you? Do you like the way that they communicate with you? What does their body language feel like towards you? Do you feel like you gained something out of this interaction? Do you feel like they gained something from this conversation that you guys just had? Those are just a couple of examples, paying attention to interactions that you have with other people. If you're working right now, thinking about your work environment. Is this a place that you see yourself being at long term? Do you like the people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis? Do you like the protocols that they have? Taking note of your experience. When you're taking note of these experiences, you also are going to need to spend more time alone so that you can take note of the experience that you have with yourself. I think that a lot of us spend our day-to-day not letting life pass us by, but just not being consciously aware of life happening around us. Wherever you go, there you are. You are always going to be with you. Are you creating a space for yourself within yourself? So spending some time alone can help you to create a relationship with yourself. I've spoken about this in previous videos, but I think it's important to have a relationship with yourself because you're able to be grounded within yourself. And if you're able to be grounded within yourself, the people around you will be an addition to your life and not necessarily someone who's taking from your life. If I know that I overthink a lot, I would want people in my life that are patient with me and are able to just hear me out and just be gentle with me. The entire purpose of this is so that you can make note of your habits. Before you can allow yourself to change, you have to think about what you're actually trying to change or what you're trying to implement in your life. That's why it's important to go through this observation period and make note of your daily experiences. Something else I want to mention is writing out things that constantly are on your mind. I make a stressors list. If I'm really stressed out, I will list out the things that are stressing me out, and then in order, I will write full-on paragraphs of why this thing is stressing me out. It's usually tied to some kind of unresolved trauma. Being able to intellectualize it for me can help me validate my own experience. I think that writing is important because it just helps you put yourself onto paper without judgment. It just is what it is, and also nurtures that relationship you're trying to establish with yourself and helps with documenting your habits and where all of these things are coming from, etc., etc. This doesn't take away from the fact that you do need to feel your feelings sometimes, but again, I think that journaling or just making this stressors list helps me to validate myself and see that something, that I really went through something that is affecting me in this way today. There's this 3-month rule, the 90-day rule, where it takes 90 days to actually get to know a person. I think the same thing goes for yourself. We're not the same every day, but I do think that over time we're able to pick out habits that are continuous and can be eradicated if we want to embody a new lifestyle. I've been using this journal. It's actually a manifestation journal that's disguised as a planner. It has your calendar and then your weekly planner in there. Then at the end of every month is a monthly reflection where you can just talk about what worked, what didn't work, so that you can track your habits and your milestones. I think this is a really effective way for you to just see it for what it is. On the next page is this monthly vision planner that you can use to learn from last month's, mistakes or things that didn't work out and learn how to just reroute your plan so that it works best for you in this new month. I think this is a great way for you to be very intentional with how you spend your days. As someone who wants to change their life, being able to look at your life for what it is so that you can see what lifestyle changes you need to make, and then being able to track that in a journal. I think that's very helpful. This is my journal, by the way. It's gonna be in other colors as well, but it is on Amazon. I will link it in the description box below. I think it's such a wonderful manifestation tool, and if you are really wanting to change your life, this is the way to go. After being the observer, I want you to think about, what do you want? Who do you want to be? I think that that's a very big question. Let me break it down. Is there a lifestyle that speaks to you? What do you think people in that lifestyle do? Do they like to shop? Do they like to go out on the weekends? Do they binge watch TV? It's just, what do they do? What does this person do? What are their hobbies? Where do you think that they go? Do they spend time at the gym a lot? Do they like to go to lounges? Do they hang out at their friend's house a lot? Where do they go? How do you think that they make their money? Are they lawyers? Is this person a celebrity? Do they work in accounting? How does this person make their money? Do they have businesses? What kind of exercise does this person do? Are they in Pilates? Do they bodybuild? Do they only do cardio? And how would they eat? Are they someone who mainly eats fast food because it's convenient for them? Are they someone who prefers packaged meals, whether that be a dinner service or like a TV dinner from the grocery store? Do they like to cook their own meals? Are they eating mostly fruits and vegetables and then they have their meats peppered in there? Are they only eating meat? Are they pescatarian? Like, who is this person? What do they do? How do they move through this world? Just like how you're making note of patterns that you have, I want you to think about the person that you want to be that has this lifestyle, because it is, and be very outlandish with it. Like, if you want like a private chef, like put that on your list, because you are trying to create a lifestyle. Go beyond your mind. The next thing I want to say is, when incorporating these things, because now you have this huge list of like expectation for this new lifestyle that you're trying to implement and put in your life. I think the first thing people do is they're like, well, I want to work on my skin, and I want to go to the gym, and I also want to like gain muscle, and I need to eat like this, and I also need to get this job, and I need to go to like, no. Don't do all that. I think that is like a recipe for disaster or for failure. Like, I think that it's possible to like cold turkey quit all your bad habits and just like throw yourself into the thing, but I think that it doesn't guarantee that you'll be consistent. There isn't really a lot of room for longevity. A lot of people are going to feel like they're taking on too many things at once. So we want to slowly introduce this. It takes 21 days to form a new habit. Depending on how long you've been alive, like a lot of these habits that we have, the current way that we are living has been with us for a while. You can shake shit up, but I mean, like I said, if you want to be consistent, it's going to take time. It's going to happen over time. I do feel like in 3 to 6 months, you could absolutely change your life. But putting this expectation that just in a month, you're going to like fix yourself, I think that's a really unfair expectation for you to put on yourself. Allow yourself to grow in the time that you need, because you are on your own timeline. You are not competing with the person next to you. This is your life. This is what you need to do to create this individual path for yourself. With that being said, if you're someone who does not prioritize skincare, I started with doing my makeup. Because I wear makeup most days out of the week, I'm moisturizing at least twice a day. I use Pond's and it gives me that like really glowy look. I use the 24-hour moisturizer and this revitalizing cream, which really hydrates my skin. I put it on before I do my makeup and then also once I've washed all my makeup off, and that is making it so that I'm moisturizing my skin twice a day, and I have noticed a difference over time. Another thing is like I've recently started going back to the gym. I used to go to the gym like every single day. I was taking creatine, I was taking all my supplements, like I was on my grind, right? But I just kind of fell out of love with it for a bit because I felt like life was just kind of leading me into a transition and something needed to be shifted in my schedule, and unfortunately it was the gym. Now that I'm starting to get back into the gym, I'm still trying to figure out my process and figure out what days work best for me. For those of you that don't know, I work 12-hour shifts sometimes, and so my body goes through it, and it's like, why am I gonna go to the gym? I want to take care of my body, and that would be the purpose of going to the gym. And if I've just worked a 12-hour shift, I'm not gonna go. I'll probably have a rest day the next day. I'm not gonna go to the gym, and I think that's perfectly okay. There's a reason why we want to pay attention to those patterns so that we can implement that change into your life, and it's going to happen over time. It just might not happen like right away. Even if you're like on a weight loss journey or you're trying to gain muscle, there's a process that comes with that. Your body has to tear itself, right? And then repair itself, and that takes time. I just wanted to put that out there and let you know that like it is okay for you to try something and also like take your time. There is no rush. We have time. Again, with this journal, at the very beginning of the journal, it talks about like how to use this journal, and then you put your like 2024 to 2025 goals on here. Like for the first one, it says professional goals, financial goals, family goals, health goals, relationship goals, and then habits. And then the next page is your yearly vision planner, so that you can visualize exactly what you want this year to look like. Throughout the rest of the journal, you are zooming in on your year and planning it out so that you can implement this change into your life. I also incorporated some affirmations, like this one says "you got this" on there, just so that you can have a friendly reminder. I have spoken about this like so many times on my channel, but in December I was going through like a transition period, as I do, and I felt like the people around me just like didn't get it. It was also really hard for me to talk about because I didn't entirely understand either. I was in the position of being the observer in my life. I downloaded this app called I Am, and it's an affirmations app that curates affirmations like specifically for you and like what you need. And being able to receive these affirmations like multiple times a day just kind of grounded me and made me feel seen. It made me feel like a person. I am really grateful for that. I am also going to link that in my description box below if you're interested in that as well. That was a wonderful tool for me to use to remind myself that like I'm doing a good job and this is the pace that I need to go to get to where I feel, where I want to go in life. Another thing that I've talked about on this channel a lot is shifting frequencies. I have 2 playlists on my channel. One of them called Subsies and the other one is called Shift While You Sleep. Subsies is my Subliminals playlist where it plays like your favorite songs with affirmations underneath there. Some of them are like rain sounds or just like it's absolutely silent. There's songs with affirmations underneath there to just kind of shift your vibe. Shift While You Sleep is just a longer version of that. I've also put like meditation music, like frequency music, and just like long form affirmations on there that you can listen to like while you're meditating throughout the day or just while you're sleeping at night. Reprogram your mindset. I think that we have a lot of like limiting beliefs that keep us from achieving the goals and like our dreams that are projected onto us, from like our parents or like our friends, people that we see in a day-to-day, and that just kind of gives you like a different perspective so that you can really bring in what it is that you want. So I have those 2 playlists. They're on my channel and I've also linked them in the description box below. Please go check those out. I think that they're really beneficial tools. And then like as I'm speaking to you now, I'm working on a self-help playlist for you guys on my YouTube channel so that you can view content just like this from me that can just kind of help you along and like feel heard and feel seen in this world, because I just feel like we get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of things. It helps to feel validated in your experience. The things that we are taking in on a day-to-day basis, it is going to definitely affects how you move through this world. I think that if you're always listening to like sad music or angry music, like that is what you are feeding your body. That is what you are feeding your mind. Being intentional with the music that you listen to, being intentional with the shows that you watch. I think that those things do manifest like in our subconscious. Now, when you are working your plan, be quiet. Don't tell anybody what you're doing. Like, this is for you, right? This is your lifestyle change and this is for no one else. And I'm also speaking to myself right now. I think that is what's really hard is we want like our friends and family to accept us because like as people, we are also like animals and we want to feel a sense of belonging to the pack or whatever. When we feel like what we're doing is different, it kind of ostracizes us and like we're no longer a part of the pack or whatever. Like people are going to not always agree with what you're doing. But I feel like let's just say that you're trying to grow on Instagram. Your audience is not your friends and family. Your audience is probably the person that you were when like 5-10 years ago. It's not your friends and your family. And I think that that's okay. So with that being said, they're going to ask you what you're doing. They're going to want to know. They're going to be all in your business. And they may not have like a negative reasoning for doing it. It's just, I personally don't speak on it because I want to protect it. And I don't want to feel like someone else's like opinions are, because I care about the opinions of my relatives and like people who are close to me. There's a reason why they're close to me, but sometimes their own limiting beliefs can be projected and they can kind of manifest their own reality within what it is that you want. And I don't even want to make room for that. So if someone asks you what it is that you're doing, I just say, oh girl, I'm just living life. Oh, what does that look like? Enjoying the day. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, just living life and enjoying the day. And you can literally keep going. Like, you can literally keep repeating that. Well, girl, like, I don't understand why you can't tell me what you're doing. I just told you I'm living life and I'm enjoying the day. But what does that look like? I just said, enjoying the day. I think that I said a whole lot and nothing at the same time. Use that information with how you will. But you can work this plan. I think the unknown can be very scary, but I think that those nerves that you're feeling is just a sign that you are on the right track. People asking what you're doing, you look different, you're glowing, da 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 da. Those are signs that you're doing the right thing for you, like you're on the right path. People around you might start acting a little weird, but hey, like, people just be peopling, and I feel like, again, that is just a sign that you are exactly where you need to be and where you need to be going. So keep up the good work, listen to your affirmations, and everything will just kind of unfold as it's supposed to. I am not even moving on my own timeline. I feel like a lot of the things that I'm experiencing are just divine timing. I get so like wrapped up and like frustrated because I want things to be a certain way, but it's like, dude, what if the person that you're supposed to meet, like, they need to get their shit together, and therefore like divine timing needs to happen? Or like, what if you can't afford to go to dinner and you meet someone because of divine timing and they pay for your dinner? Like, you know what I mean? So understanding that sometimes it's not you, it's the universe preparing what it is that you want. Just allowing yourself to be the observer of all of that, and allowing yourself to grow and change and become, and just giving yourself that compassion. That is how you're going to change your life in 2024 to 2025. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, go check out my links down below. I have a whole bunch of self-help tools there that I really feel like are beneficial. If you guys have any other suggestions for content, some self-help ideas, or even another playlist that I can create for you, like, please comment those down below. I would love to hear your feedback. Yeah, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.